One of my most memorable experiences at ASHAR was being able to partake in the Names Not Numbers program. During Names Not Numbers, we learned different interviewing techniques as well as how to use a camera. When we began filming, we were given the lifetime opportunity to interview Holocaust survivors and hear their stories. Hearing their stories of how they overcame the tragedy of the Holocaust was a very powerful and inspiring experience for me. Names Not Numbers will always be a memory of ASHAR that I will cherish forever.
My class and I had an amazing opportunity to interview a Holocaust survivor named Etzel Michael. Etzel Michael had been imprisoned in multiple concentration camps during the Holocaust. Our class learned valuable skills like videotaping and interviewing in order to capture Etzel's story. We were then able to shorten a 2-hour-long movie into a 20-minute video. This was all made possible through the Names Not Numbers program that gave our class a life-changing experience.
Throughout my years in ASHAR, the Names Not Numbers project was always something that I look forward to. ASHAR truly opened my eyes to the profound suffering of the Holocaust, reminding me of the horrific events that took place during World War II. I interviewed Etzel Michael. Etzel went through so much during the war. I was amazed by her beautiful smile and positivity. Etzel taught me that Hashem loves each and every one of his children, even if that love isn't always apparent. As I leave ASHAR and move on to high school and beyond, I will remember Etzel's message, that Hashem truly loves me.
Every year, we watch a moving video about the fallen Israeli soldiers in honor of Yom HaZikaron. Afterward, the entire school gathers outside around the flagpole. Rabbi Jacobson gives a speech and then chooses an 8th grader to lower the flag. It's a very solemn and emotional moment.
Every year on Yom Ha'atzmaut, the 8th graders stay late the night before to decorate the building with white and blue decorations. The next morning, the entire school gathers around the flagpole. We raise the Israeli flag to sing Atikva together and celebrate the land of Israel. It's a special ASHAR tradition.
When the sun begins to shine again and school is close to its end, I know the day I love the most is coming. The Celebrate Israel Day Parade is the one day a year we as a school get to witness true Jewish Achdus. Marching down 5th Avenue side by side with my ASHAR family, I walk proudly as the streets begin to light up with radiant blue and white flags, the sound of blasting Jewish music, and the contagious energy of the crowd. Taking part in this annual parade has affected me much deeper than just a good time. This day connects me to my heritage and plays a role as a powerful reminder that our collective voices and actions, even from miles away, make a difference. The parade is more than just a celebration. It's a day of unity and support. This event truly impacts me as it gives me a deeper connection to my homeland as I support it together with so many people. It's the highlight of my year when 4 water bottles isn't enough and the dancing never stops. This day bridges our long distance with community and hope for peace. The parade is a sign of strength of the Jewish people who show up no matter the circumstances. Throughout my years at ASHAR, the Israeli Day Parade became a memory that will stay with me forever and instilled in me a sense of pride and dignity in my Jewish identity.
As a part of the ASHAR Torable team, you really get to have a sense of teamwork. When I first joined Torable, I wasn't quite sure what to expect. At first it was stressful with all the studying we had to do. Every Wednesday at recess, we'd go upstairs to the library to practice with Rabbi C. We'd compete against each other to answer questions first. The first time I went to a real competition, I didn't know what to expect. It was definitely an experience that I won't forget. There would be tables and buzzers, and a whole lot of people too. We would all sit quietly during the games, and in between I actually tried to make some new friends, and I saw some old ones as well. The bus rides there were somewhat chaotic. There would be studying, and it would be very loud. Now, someone would yell out a question, and everyone would yell out random answers. Now, the bus rides back. Well, that's a completely different story. There would be laughing, and brownies, and fun little word games. Sometimes we'd even get Rabbi C to join in. Afterwards, we'd go to 7-Eleven and get Slurpees as well as other stuff. Then we'd try and push our luck to be late to class. And we'd sit outside because Slurpees aren't allowed in school for some reason. Now, I've been a part of the ASHAR Torable team for 2 years now, both in 7th grade and this year as well. Personally, if anyone were to ask me if it would be worth it to join Torable, I would definitely say yes. But then again, if I'm being completely honest, I only stuck around for the hoodies.
Torable is a fun and enriching program where everybody works together as a team to win. I will always remember spending my Shabbos mornings in the living room couch learning parak after parak of Chumash by heart. I will remember practicing with Mrs. Koenig in her classroom and racing upstairs nervously to where Rabbi C will test us on what we learned, so we worked so hard to learn. You could feel the tension in the room, each girl holding her buzzer with complete focus on what Rabbi C is saying. I'll remember the days of our competition, anxious and jumpy, observing how much the other schools had studied by their outfits, and I'll remember the joy of winning, knowing that my team had worked their heads off for this one moment. As captain of the Torable team, I'm super proud of my team for working so hard and doing so well. I'm also super grateful to Rabbi C and Mrs. Koenig for being such amazing coaches and always believing in us.
Being the captain of ASHAR's basketball team has taught me so much. When hearing the word captain, the first thing that comes to mind is a captain teaching a team. In reality, I learned things from my team that I wouldn't be able to find anywhere else. First of all, I learned teamwork, how to work with my co-captains, and how to work with the rest of the team. Before captaining the Sharks, I never had any real leadership experience and therefore always played to get myself open and get myself a shot. But after playing with a team like ours, I realized how important it is to be playing to get your teammates open and help them create shots. Second of all, although I have the title of being a captain, I see my teammates as peers or even family members. Before leading a team, I thought of losing as a sign of failure, but I now know the true meaning of a loss. Sometimes when we lose, I see people getting down and giving up a little. In order for me to be a good captain and encourage everyone to keep her head up, I have to really see the positive side of things. All in all, from game to game, win to loss, I have memories of my role as captain of the Sharks that I will cherish forever.
Being part of the Sharks basketball team was an amazing experience. Not to brag, but in our first game we lost 56-1, but we still enjoyed it. Even though we didn't win every game, the games were still really fun. We had a really good coach, so we looked forward to practices after school. He always inspired us and made us try harder, which helped us win 1 game out of 10. All players gained a lot. I personally got better at basketball. The team was also a mix of the 7th and 8th grade girls, and it gave us an opportunity to become closer. Even though a lot of the teams we played against were a lot better than us, we still had a good attitude and always played to win.
Being a part of the ASHAR girls basketball team was a standout experience during my 8th grade year. Every upcoming game held great anticipation, knowing it would be an opportunity for my team to work in unity. As a starting player, I cherished the chance to be on the court for most of the game, embracing every moment. Our team was inseparable. We faced every challenge together, the defeats, our victory, and everything in between. It wasn't just about the score, it was about the journey and the bonds we formed along the way. Even when we lost together as one. It drove us to push harder, to strive for excellence. Losing made us push ourselves even more, and finally, after much hard work, we got our well-deserved victory.
The 8th grade Shabbaton was a unique experience of bonding with my classmates on a deeper and more personal level. We ate the Shabbos meal at Mrs. Jacobson's house and played games we made during class. We sang and danced and bring up old memories about school and about our friendships. Most of Shabbos we went to Mrs. Gazen's house and had pizza, decorated cupcakes. We also had a mini Zusha concert, which brought up a lot of old memories from the school year, because as soon as a new Zusha song came out, Mrs. Gazen would show it to us right away. The HE Shabbaton was one of the many memories of ASHAR I will cherish forever.
One of the highlights of 8th grade was the Shabbaton. Even just preparing for it was fun. We all sat together to make the games. We bonded so much. In just 2 short years in ASHAR, I grew so close with all of my classmates. Some of the games that we created are Spin the Wheel, Word Assassin, Guess Who, and other games like that. I'll always remember the 8th grade Shabbaton and preparing for it with my friends at ASHAR.
Purim is probably my favorite chag to celebrate at ASHAR because not only do we get to skip class, but we also get to hang out with other grades, our friends, and even get to bond with our mothers. Each day for a whole week before Purim, we celebrate a different theme. Beginning in 4th grade, girls welcome the month of Adar with a mother-daughter breakfast where we get to bond with mothers and friends, and we enjoy dancing and singing. Through the years, we have some really fun days. For example, anything but backpack day, pajama day, dress up like your teacher day, and so much more. On Sushon Purim, we get a chance to wear our Purim costume to school. This year there was a glow-in-the-dark day where we got to decorate our lockers and dance through the halls. We also had a huge blow-up obstacle course, and we got to watch a movie, which was really fun. There are just tons of activities at ASHAR during the Purim season, and they all have provided me with tons of amazing memories that will stick with me forever.
Our school does a lot of fun things, but what stands out the most are the trips. One of the most memorable trips we went on was our Philadelphia trip. We needed to be at school by 7 o'clock, but I was so excited it didn't feel so early. When we got to Philadelphia, we took a walking tour, went to the Liberty Bell, the Jewish Museum, the Mint, and the prison. On our way home, we stopped for a pizza dinner. It was great having dinner with my classmates. One of the best parts of the trip was the bus ride. Throughout the 2-hour ride, our class bonded in ways you can never imagine. Everyone was singing and we all played games. It was an experience I will never forget.
Every year in ASHAR, I look forward to the remarkable trips planned for us. Our school does a lot of things, but what stands out the most is their trips. Every year we go on one, starting from kindergarten, where we went apple picking. We learned to make brachot on the apples and share with our friends while having a good time with our parents. In 3rd grade, we went to the Bronx Zoo. We got to see many new cool animals and spent some time outside of school. The trip that stood out to me the most was our 7th grade trip to Philadelphia. We learned so much, but also had a great time throughout the day. The best part was the bus ride. My classmates and I all sat in back and sang for 3 hours straight, playing games and making unforgettable lifelong memories. Throughout my years in ASHAR, I've made many great memories that I'll cherish forever.
During my years at ASHAR, I participated in numerous chesed activities. Whether it's Tomchei Shabbos, bake sales, packing clothing, or letters to soldiers, ASHAR's chesed has lifted me up and helped me grow in ways beyond words. ASHAR has installed in me a love for giving and helping others in need. Every small chesed project has brought me so much simcha, knowing I'm able to help other people in Klal Yisrael and ultimately made me a better person. Every time we do chesed, it's filled with smiles and love. A chesed trip that really stands out to me is our trip to the special education program at the Elmwood School. My class and I read books and played games with children with disabilities. It feels so good helping kids who are not as fortunate as you feel good about themselves. Seeing them with their disabilities made me appreciate all of the wonderful gifts that Hashem has given me. ASHAR has taught me what it means to be a good Jew and to always be on the giving end so we can bring Mashiach. I will miss ASHAR, and I'm so thankful I was able to participate in all ASHAR's chesed programs because it really made me the person I am today.